It was supposed to be the trip of a lifetime. I had been planning it for months, weeks of excitement, researching the best places to visit, what to pack, and the best foods to try. It was my first time traveling abroad alone, and I was ready to soak in every moment. But then, I walked into the hotel. It didn't take long before the cracks started to show. The staff, who seemed friendly at first, quickly turned cold and dismissive. I tried to brush it off, figuring it was just a misunderstanding. But as the hours passed, the rudeness escalated. I was ignored at the front desk when I asked a simple question about my room. My luggage, which I had asked to be stored safely, disappeared for a while. When it was finally returned, it was tossed onto the floor like they didn't even care. It was honestly one of the worst experiences I'd had traveling. And yet, somehow, I still thought maybe I was overreacting. But then the real problem hit. I found a hidden fee on my bill. It was a service charge I hadn't been told about when I checked in. I went to speak to the manager, but I was met with more excuses, more attitude. They refused to remove the charge, and the longer I stood there, the more I felt this sinking feeling in my stomach. I was trapped. I don't know about you, but when I'm in a foreign country, dealing with something like this, I don't always feel empowered. I felt small. I felt like I was at the mercy of their whims. I started thinking, what if this ruins my entire trip? What if this is a scam I didn't even see coming? That's when the light bulb went off. I remembered the travel insurance I'd gotten before the trip. I was honestly just checking a box when I bought it. It felt like a safety net that I didn't expect to need. But now, it felt like my lifeline. So I called the insurance company. And they didn't just listen to me, they actually cared. I explained the situation, and without hesitation, they told me I had options. They advised me to file a formal complaint and helped me draft a letter right then and there. They even offered to step in and mediate with the hotel on my behalf. I was stunned. It was like a switch flipped. Suddenly, I didn't feel alone in the situation. It wasn't just me against a hotel with shady practices. I had backup. It wasn't just about getting my money back. It was about regaining control over my trip. The next day, I sat down with the manager once again, this time with the assurance that I wasn't fighting this battle alone. I was calm, collected, and firm, knowing that I had support if it didn't go my way. To my surprise, the situation resolved quickly. They removed the charge, apologized for the mix-up, and even gave me a voucher for a future stay. It felt like a win, not just for my wallet, but for my peace of mind. And honestly, I think that made the entire trip better. Now, when I think about travel insurance, I don't see it as just an extra expense. I see it as a tool, a safety net that can save your trip when you least expect it. That experience taught me something I'll never forget. Life happens, and sometimes you need someone on your side. Someone who can step in and help you when things get tough. And that's why I'm sharing this with you. If you're traveling anytime soon, don't skimp on the insurance. It's not just about covering medical expenses or stolen luggage. It's about being protected when life throws you a curveball, like it did for me. For what it's worth, the service I trusted was Auras.insure. It wasn't some random company I found at the last minute. It's one I genuinely trust. They were there for me when I needed them the most, and I can't recommend them enough. Just remember, it's not about being paranoid, it's about being prepared. And sometimes that little safety net can turn an absolute nightmare into a minor inconvenience. Check it out for yourself. I'll put the link in the description below. You never know when you'll need that extra bit of support to save your trip.